Yo, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want. Okay, we got Timmy back. It's been
I missed you guys.
It's been like 6 months, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Has it been? Like, I fucking thought that he came to JK News or something. I'm just going crazy here.
Nah, I haven't seen you guys since 2020, like the end of 2020.
It's because you keep popping up on my feed and shit. That's why, bro. I feel like I see you all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's how we keep up with each other's lives, you know what I'm saying? Scrolling and liking. But I'm glad to get some real life.
I know, for real.
How do you like the fucking dad life, man? That's crazy. You fucking father, you crazy ass father, dude.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
it's lit.
It is, huh?
That's tight.
Yeah, when you got a good kid, it's lit.
Yeah, but you know what? I had to write. I texted Bart and Gio a personal apology.
You did?
Yeah, I don't know. You didn't reply. Gio replied, but
It's fucked up.
like a couple years ago, when it was either Endgame or Infinity War. Like I was giving y'all a hard time because it was like 6 months later and you hadn't seen it. I'm like, bruh, how have you not seen like Endgame?
That's valid.
And he was like, yeah. They were like, we have a kid. I'm like, bruh, it's been 6 months, and he was still trying to be like, no, don't tell me what happens.
Yep, I was there for that.
Yeah, so I was like, come on, bro. But
Tell me what happens at the Goodfellas.
Titanic, oh, you ruined it. Oh, but
Spoiler alert!
but now since I have a baby, even like all the new movies are fucking streaming on HBO Max, and I still don't have time. Like it took me. Like when Snyder Cut came out, dog, it took me a whole week to get through that shit. Cause I'd watch like.
Well, that shit's fucking long.
I know, but still.
It takes anyone a whole week to get through that shit.
4 hours.
But it was great.
What happens? Like, is there like mad crying and you just have to keep holding the baby? Or like, what happens where you have no time?
Yeah, cause it's like.
Something needs constant attention.
Yeah.
And like, especially if once they start moving around, they could fall off the couch, they could cry, they could be hungry, diaper needs to be changed. So it's just constant. So like we would watch Game of Thrones, and an episode we would watch in like 5 or 6 10-minute segments to finish an entire episode.
I didn't know.
But the way that you set that up, and then you guys talk about the joy in your life.
That makes me not want to get a kid.
The evidence sucks. When I stack the pros and cons, it sucks.
No, but it's great.
It gets better and better.
It's super fun just because I was telling Steve that like everything is so new, right? So it's like every small development is lit. Like the first time like she farted, I was like, whoa! And I was just like, and now she farts all the time, and it's so funny. And I was telling Steve that like, you know, babies don't even smile for like 2 months. So I'm like trying to be funny and shit, and she's just like. Drool, oh my god. And so she finally smiled. I was like, yes, I'm the funniest person in the world.
She looks like you, man. It's crazy. I don't see Chia at all. I was like, what the fuck?
You know, those were all the comments, and at first I was like, guys, like I look like babies. I have a small, like a round head.
I look like a baby.
I have like fucking a fat round head. All babies look like me. But then as time went on, I was like, oh shit, yeah.
They also get more un-Asian.
Un-Asian?
Yeah.
They start off super Asian.
No, when I got Taika, right, this fool looked like,
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
it looked like Gio had nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I said that.
You know what I mean? Like,
The Asian genes are
you
strong,
just pull
huh?
it out, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? What happened? And then later on, they get more and more, or like the mom starts coming in. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think the moms come in on Taika, honestly.
After that haircut, though, he looks pretty Mexican now.
Yeah.
You don't see Gio in Tyga at all?
No.
At all?
Yeah, a little bit short in the lips and stuff, but
Yeah.
not.
The inner face and the cheeks.
It's a 90% Bart situation.
90%.
But the body and the head is Bart.
Hey, but he's stretching out though. He's kind of getting long like Gio. Like
That's helping. Yeah, that's helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyga looks like a grown ass man now.
Yeah, kind of. Huh?
This is a teenager.
He's like 8 years old and shit.
How old's your kid now?
She is like a little over 3 weeks now.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
First giggle the other day, I'm like, oh, man, this is tight. Because at first it was just like, it's like a, and then the other day I was like, I was like, yo, did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm hilarious. And she's just beginning to like, you see a little bit of Chia like in the lips and like kind of the eyes here and there, but yeah, man, it's fucking fun.
Chia's gonna come in way more.
Yeah, you know what? I was like,
You're like, I hope so.
It's funny because everyone's kind of like, ah, yeah, it looks like Tim. I'm like, sorry guys, sorry to disappoint you. But it's fun, man. You know, I never changed the diaper until like we had the baby, and now, but now that's
I didn't grow up around kids.
Yeah, me neither.
You didn't have any like nephews or nieces or anything like that?
No, I was the youngest, like in the cousin group,
Yeah.
and then I was the only child, so I never like just had any experience with babies. But now I'm like fucking diaper expert, bro.
Take me into the first night. You get home, you're on your own for the first time, door closes, nobody's there but you and she and the baby.
First night, me and Chia and the baby, and it's like, it's weird because they sleep so much, but it's hard to get them to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So first night, I was staying up. We were in the hospital for like 3 days while Chia was recuperating, and then
That's the worst experience too, right? Because they keep coming in every 2 hours to check up on somebody.
yeah. So like, so many nurses come in.
They can't even sleep?
Yeah, like
It's literally like 3 days of no sleep. They keep coming in. You're like, motherfucker. You're like, oh, I gotta take this temperature, gotta do this. And
yeah,
then-
they got to do all these different
and they
tests.
close the door extra hard.
You're not buying it. You're not buying the test they're taking, no? No?
I bought them all, dog.
This guy's skeptical as shit.
And so you gotta, it's like, it's just you're trying to figure everything out, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, and I want Chia to sleep, so I'm like trying to rock the baby. For sure, that's like the sleepiest week is like, that's the first couple days where I just, neither of us really slept at all. And that's like, there's one picture I posted on Instagram where it's like the middle of the day and I'm holding the baby and I'm like, and that was real. That wasn't a fake picture, we're just knocked out. And
You're
she's
taking the picture? That's always the best.
But yeah, man, it's just a lot of like, you're just trying to, everyone says, make sure you say goodbye to sleep, that's the worst part. And it was like, it's facts. Like first month or two was kind of a struggle, but now she's getting like a solid like 6 to 8 hours, which is lit.
The first week, you're like, how do people have 5 of these things?
Yeah, for real. But Chia wants like 3 more, so.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys getting started on that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna let the baby be a baby for a couple more months, and then once
Start
she,
to get coming again.
yeah. once
That's how it's done.
Once the baby can actually kind of like at least like hold her head up and shit, we'll go like Hawaii for a trip, and then we might start trying again.
Damn, 3 weeks? For some reason, I thought like she was a few months.
No, 3 months.
Oh, well, you said 3 weeks.
I did.
You did say 3 weeks. I was scratching my head for a little bit. I was like 3 weeks. But he said 3 weeks. All right.
months. Months. Yeah, 3 months.
How old is Chia?
Chia is 20. If I'm 30.
She's 20 something.
Very nicely handled. Yeah.
She's 32.
They like to keep track of dates.
Yeah, wow.
Man, I don't think guys can remember shit though. Like, you could be with this person all your life, and you're like, she's like 50, and you're like, she's like 29.
Well, because I'm so. I know that she's 3 years younger than me, and I'm so used to lying about my age. That's why I have to.
Okay, very nice save, very nice.
Yeah, that's facts though.
Have you seen parts of your parents that you never seen before?
Yeah. So what's funny is like, so we used to try and get dinner at my family like every week, right? And I love my parents, but you know how it is. You visit your parents, and sometimes it's like, all right, after like an hour and a half, it's like, okay, enough. I
heard that story so many fucking times. I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I gotta get out of here, man. And it's like, I visit my mom. Of course, my mom has like a week's worth of just like nag that she wants to get out. But now, bro, dinner with the family is my mom's fucking playing with the baby the whole time. She cooks, goes plays with the baby, and then me and my dad are just chilling having a beer. And my dad's like, oh, thank God.
You're selling a baby really well right now.
All right, that's better, yeah.
Maybe all she needed was some like baby to not get her to focus on complaining.
Yeah, just recycle that energy into
tight.
something else.
Shit, that sounds amazing.
Damn. So that is the answer to just chilling moms out. It's like babies.
Yeah, because normally I'm there like, yes, mom, I know, yes.
Now they got
I
something
know.
else to deal with
What
and
do
think
they
about.
nag you about though?
You know what? It's funny because like,
They'll find something.
dude, I was like a good kid. So it's like my mom, to this day, the shit my mom nags me about is like, are you eating the fruit that I gave you last
It's like, stop giving me so much fucking fruit.
I'm like, it's like little boxes of mangoes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Mom, yes, we eat the fruit. And it's was like,
Today's video is brought to you by HBO Max. And I gotta give a big, great thank you for HBO Max for giving some love to the Asian American community, because they want to recognize and also celebrate that, you know, our community is not so much getting great representation, but they want to put a lot of the content that our culture has to offer on their platform. So we got a lot of awesome things like Warrior. You guys know that one? It was made by Bruce Lee himself. It was a script that he had hidden inside the garage, and then they found it and they went, whew, and then they fucking brushed up all the dust and they read it and they're like, this is an awesome show. We got to get this made. And I personally was invited to the screening, and I got to see it before it came out.
That's dope.
Dude, and it's something where I'm like, yo, finally there's something like this. We always wanted to make something that was a timepiece in the gold rush era in California, and it's a mix of, you know, Chinese American history and everything, and I think it was badass.
And they have all kinds of other stories and shows too, like Studio Ghibli, Mortal Kombat, House of Ho, the Super Ballin' Asians. So they have all these shows, so you can go check it out. See stories made by Asian Americans, celebrate AAPI month. Make sure you go to the link below and sign up for HBO Max now, and you can start streaming all these shows.
and it's like shit like that, you know. But now what they're coming at me with is like, now mind you, they haven't had a baby in like fucking like 30 plus years, right? So they see the new shit me and Chi are doing like in the vlogs and stuff. Like we have like the snoo where you like, it's like this thing where it's a thing where you put your baby to sleep and it pays attention to the baby's like noises and signals, and it'll like rock it.
Oh, cool.
According to the reactions that the babies are doing. And
You have a fucking auto parent, dude?
yeah, pretty much. So and so you put the baby into this thing where you put her arms down and it straps her in, and then like
A straight jacket?
Yeah, pretty much. But like they say that babies like being tight like that because it reminds them of the womb,
You have
right?
to get swaddled, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to get swaddled. It's like an auto swaddle. So my parents are like, you shouldn't be doing that. The baby feels like suffocated in there. I'm like,
How would they know?
I know. My dad
Cry. Wouldn't it cry?
something.
Yeah.
So my parents are like, are you sure? You shouldn't be. You should let her arms out. I'm like, you guys, you don't know. It's been fucking 40 years for you. You know, like just let us do our thing.
There's some new stuff. There's some new stuff.
That's their way of saying, back in my day.
Yeah. So they don't know how that shit works. So that's the new stuff they're coming at me with. And we just kind of have to remind them, like, hey, man, you guys are old. Just be grandparents and have fun. So,
I mean, didn't back in the day they had a fucking straight up burlap sack that they put over their shoulder and shit? Like, you ever see those old pictures of people in the village? They just had a baby in a sack, and the mom is just holding it like a fucking like a big purse, you know?
yeah.
What you don't
Born in
see in
burlap
those,
sacks.
what you don't see in those villages is the nurses coming in every 2 hours checking the temperature.
And then the kid's getting polio or some shit.
Yep, still polio. Yep, still has polio.
That's the cool thing about my dad. He's pretty like, I guess like progressive. Because he was like, I would ask him like, hey, do you have any advice about raising kids and stuff like that? And he was like, honestly, information improves all the time. So he goes, whatever I know is not going to be as good whatever you know. You guys look shit up on YouTube and like whatever online. He's like, you just do whatever you think is best. That's your kid, and I'm just gonna watch from the side. If you need support, I'll be there for you. But my mom's like your mom, where she's like watching the vlogs, and she'll text me from Taiwan, fucking like bullshit tips and stuff like that.
There was literally an instance where, cause like, so baby's tongue can get white from the breast milk and shit like that. So it's like, and it can be a situation called thrush where it turns into a fungus and it affects like the mom's nipple, all types of shit, right? Or it could also just be like white shit on the tongue, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so we went to we asked the pediatrician, is this an issue? Pediatrician's like, nah, it'll go away in a few months when she starts eating real food and getting more saliva. And I told my parents, because my parents were like, you should be doing something, like washing it or something, right? I'm like, nah, we went to the pediatrician, she said it was cool. And my dad was like, no. No. They're wrong.
Doctors don't know shit.
Fuck the professional.
My parents were like, no, you should be doing something about it. I'm like, guys, just play with the baby.
Do you think they were super helicopter parents with you?
extra
Oh, yeah,
careful?
it's very
Because
telling how
yeah,
they
you
think
can kind of
grandparents.
see like, wait, were they like super careful with you and shit?
I mean, I was their only one, and their first and only, so like it's possible.
Yeah.
Or they don't trust your child raising abilities for some reason.
Maybe.
They still think they're raising you.
Yeah.
I think
I
now
think my kid has a kid.
Because my mom's like that.
really still.
Yeah, my mom would be like, try to give me like driving advice, fucking jacket advice. I'm like, bitch, I forgot
advice?
like weather, cold
sure you
weather.
wear-
I see. I was like,
Fucking like dumb like just the
This is a zipper.
these are
I'm
pockets
fucking
here.
dumb as fuck or what?
You know, my mom lectured me the other day. She's like, you shouldn't be doing all these young people sports because you're old now.
That's so.
And she goes, your body
That's such a mom thing to say, though, yo.
is much weaker than it used to be, and you're completely gonna injure yourself. And she goes, and I see you snowboarding, and I know you're just trying to relive your childhood, but you need to stop because you're old now.
Damn, she's getting deep with it.
She's like, so. I'm like, thanks for the support, Mom. She goes, but is it fun though? And I'm like, it's fucking fun.
Hey, she wants to try it.
I'm like, after you fucking depress me and call me a loser. And she goes, well, just don't get injured, okay? I don't want you to get hurt because you don't heal as fast because you're so old.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
This is why I don't have to deal with any of that shit, because I just don't talk to my mom.
But she was just roasting me, like it was lighthearted. But it was just, she was going in, dude. Like she talked shit so good. Like,
Don't you feel bad for not talking to your mom? I tried not to.
I do talk to my mom, but I feel I just always, it's like whenever it's the day that I'm gonna probably call my mom, I'm always like,
Get hyped up.
yeah, I gotta be ready.
Yeah, but
Because you know she's gonna start lecturing you.
No, not lecturing me.
But tell you the lamest shit.
well, no, she lives in a Category 5 hurricane, basically.
She's the ultimate warrior.
Warriors.
I gotta be on the phone with her and just hear about how everything is getting destroyed around her. Yeah. Solid stuff. Oh, nothing that much with me, no.
Chia makes me feel like shit because she talks to her parents every night. Well, I mean, and they're in
wow.
Canada too, so she kind of feels like she should.
And they
have
got a
every
real
day.
conversation.
Real conversations though every day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, she's like, and my mom calls and I'm like, wow, that's my mom calling. I'll talk to her later. I'll talk to them in the Line app. You know what I'm saying?
I'm at the park. I text her. I'm filming right now.
And she's like, I would feel so bad if my kids didn't want to talk to me. I'm like, oh, fine, I'll call her back.
Don't annoy them then.
For real. So I'm like, ugh, what? I'm like, oh, I see them every week. That's enough, But
At least my dad jokes about it. Like I went to go see him, and I'm like, ding dong, and he opens the door and he goes, "Who are you?"
That's why.
I started laughing. He goes, "I don't know who you are. I haven't talked to you in months." And then he'll make like a joke out of it. But all the stuff that my mom texts me, the only reply I can only say is, "Okay." She'll be like, "Did you know that in the high school next to my house, someone caught COVID, so they shut the high school down?" And I'm like,
That's so funny.
"Okay."
Yeah, what is there to add?
Yeah, I don't know what to add.
I don't know what to do
And
either.
then she'll go like, she'll write like, "What you mean, okay? You don't care?"
Oh my god.
Oh no, poor high school.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I'm my poor high school. She'll go, "Oh, I know my son loved me."
That's all she wanted, though. That's all she wanted.
But I don't even know what to say. Most of them are just like, "Oh, peaches on sale in Taiwan." I'm like, okay.
Do you ever fear that you might end up doing that to Taika yourself?
He's already doing it now. He's already doing it.
bro, my parents, I tell you what, my parents take it next level random because they have no perception of like how to text really.
Yeah.
So it's like, but they text all the time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So my dad the other day, for example, sent a screenshot of Chio lifting weights, of your wife lifting weights from Instagram.
That's advanced that he knows how to speak.
into our little family group chat.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, no one cares about Gio working out. What is this?
What was the context?
No, and then this is his reply. How's Veda? Completely ignored everything.
So he sends you a picture of Gio working
of
out.
Gio working out.
Was he hitting you PR that week?
With nothing
context.
else, no context.
I'm offended.
and then into the group chat with the family, and I'm like, Dad, what is this? No one cares about this. And he's like, how's the baby?
He's like, oh shit, I gotta change the subject.
And to this day, we never talked about it. I never asked him what.
Like, is he trying to say like, look, she's killing it, or like she shouldn't be doing that, or like there's no point to it, no one knows.
Like, oh, wrong group, sorry.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it was. That's why he changed the subject.
Wrong group, sorry.
He's a part of the fucking of the Reddit.
Oh my god.
Let us know when he starts sending deep fakes. That's when I'll start.
Oh shit.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know what this is, man.
I wonder if you guys are gonna be annoying dads that the kids are like, fuck, I can't wait to get away from these fuckers. Because you know every kid thinks their dad is lame, even the cool dads.
And then but the friends are like, oh, dad, your dad's fucking hilarious. What's your deal?
Yeah. And they hate him even more. They're like, fuck, they like you more than me.
If even Dave Chappelle's son is like, Dad, you're lame. Where's Kevin Hart at? Right. They're like, no dads have a chance, dude.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Even like the rock stars be like, oh my god, dad, you're so cringe. Go and kill, please, leave me alone. And all her homegirls are gonna be like, oh my god, I'm gonna fuck your dad.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Like Jason Momoa's, like whoever his kids are, that's gonna be a doozy.
Yeah. Facts.
Because there comes a flip, right? When the kid thinks the dad is the coolest ever, and then they're always at school like, my dad does this, bitch. And then they like fucking defend them. And then there's that flip where it's like, man, dad, you're fucking lame, dude.
And the flip happens like a year after the first one. Like, you go from being like, my dad's the fucking shit, and then you just meet enough people and you're like, oh no, like we're in the middle of the road.
There was this comedian, I forget who it was, but he was like, he's like, here's my tip for you. When you have a son, show him your penis when he's like 5 years old, and for the rest of his life, he's gonna say, my dad had the biggest dick in the whole world.
That's solid.
Good advice.
Tell all his friends for the rest of his life. My dad's dick is huge.
Especially if they're like looking up at the dick.
Yeah.
Wow.